The Hurricanes season hangs in the balance, and a loss here to the league-leading Highlanders side could see them fall even further behind the leading bunch of teams. It is all in favour of the Highlanders, but their season also could take a bit of a hit if they don't get the desired result today against the Hurricanes. Their lead is only small and they need good form to keep hold of it. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where the Highlanders have just recently taken over that top spot at the top of the New Zealand Conference. They'll be hoping to keep hold of that with another good victory here today against the Hurricanes. Their team has gone under a few changes. A new look front row with Franks, Matu and Afoa. It's an all South African second row with Du Plessis and S.5. One change with Warburton making way for Sam Cane in the back row. Sopoaga and Smith keep their combination in the halves, while Steyn gets another new partner in Fikatoa at outside centre. We have a new look on the left wing with Bryce Doolan making his way in the number 11 jumper, and you cannot deny the form of Patrick Osborne on the right. As always, captain by fullback Ben Smith, who is irreplaceable in a Highlanders jumper. The Hurricanes season, like I said, hanging by a thread, and a loss here could see them fall quite far behind the leading sides. Their form isn't too bad, although sitting fourth, they are a win behind going into second, so a good result here for the Hurricanes could see them go as far as second spot on the ladder. Their team has been very good though, it's performing well, and apart from a couple of disappointing losses, they should consider themselves a chance here against the Highlanders. Some good players, especially in their backs, with the likes of Rod Davies in there, a new addition to this Hurricane side looking to bolster this team. Of course, Dane Coles will lead from the front at hooker. He is one they need to really relish having in their side, alongside Reddish, and Broadhurst will really be the grunt in the engine room. Forsyth Bar Stadium ready to go for this one. Hurricanes up against the Highlanders. What will this match show for us? What will we learn? We will find out as it's getting underway from the scrum half, Smith, who goes long to S.5, and Sopoaga is looking for space early on. Intercepted though, and the Hurricanes are doing this quite often. Why they'd come. Doolan, desperate tackle, but breaking through, and the opening try of the match already for the Hurricanes. Well, that is an absolute brutal turnaround. What a start. Rod Davies, the man we mentioned right at the beginning, has got the first try. Well, that was a very speculative pass going from Steyn, and the intercept coming in from Morgan. But Rod Davies, what do you think of him in a yellow jumper? There's Sopoaga to Steyn looking for Fikatoa, but the intercept from Morgan has got the ball in the yellow, and a beautiful step as well from Rod Davies, leaving his marker behind, wrong-footing Ben Smith, and putting in the try. What a start for the Hurricanes. Vlad Smith will be doing the kicking duties, kicked off from halfway, taking over that kicking tee. No room for Crute here in the number 10 jumper to kick, and that's probably why Smith has nailed that one. First points on the board for the Hurricanes. They lead 7-0 over the Highlanders. Already got a loss to their name so far too, the Highlanders, losing to the Crusaders a few rounds ago. Season under a bit of jeopardy if they can't get a result here today. Kicked off again from Steyn. High, Osborne flying. Here's Steyn in support. Oh, Steyn goes down in an absolute heat. Great tackle. Alright, on the 22, Moen gives an awful pass to Sopoaga to Fikatoa, and he looks wide. Big pass wide for Doolan, and Doolan will reply instantly in the corner, and the Highlanders strike back. What a play from Bryce Doolan. He's got that beautifully down right in the corner. That was beautiful. That is world class from Osborne. The pass to Sopoaga was dreadful, but look at this pass here from Fikatoa. World class pass. That's what he can do. Break tackles, scorching runs, but also the distribution game from Fikatoa is definitely lifting up the ranks. That is a beautiful tackle in the midst of James Marshall putting the hit on. He got a beautiful pass away, and Doolan showing his adaptability here Out on the left wing, that is a great try. The Highlanders hit back. 7 minutes into this game and we have 2 tries already. And here's Stein to make it 7-all if he can nail this. That looks good. That is a beautiful kick again. Wow, Francois Stein, he's the big money sighting, and that is why. Reliability on his shoulders. A great kick to get the scores back level. Here we go with Smith. He's back on halfway and he'll get the game back underway. High to Armitage, who pulls it nicely to Smith. Sopoaga over the top for Stein, looking to swivel his way through. He gets dragged down. Just short of halfway. Away they go for Fekitoa, who amazingly is going to kick, looking for territory. He hasn't got it quite where he desired, and James Marshall will run it back. And they go quickly to the left side. Here's a chance for Rosalia. And he's taken great tackle, Osborne. But that was good from the Hurricanes, using the space wide, and they come forward with the tight players now. Now they fire it out through Thomas, who's kicked that away straight down the throat of Ben Smith, who's given it to no one. Ball back to the Hurricanes, and that is dreadful from the Highlanders. Ben Smith was absolutely outdone there. Dolan's being sliced open. DeAndre, he gets the post nicely. Chance again, Hurricanes. Got it work from Thomas, putting in the big hit, but Franks turns it over. Armitage knocks on, and that ends what could be a very entertaining passage of play from these two sides. Should have been another one to the Hurricanes, no question about that.
Crouch. Touch.
But Thomas bulldozing through. If he could have got that offload, we would have been celebrating another Hurricanes try. Highlanders, though, might get this ball back very quickly, though. Look at this turnover in the scrum. Oh, the forwards are getting a rumble on. Here's Moen. Passing, offloading to Doolan. Tumbling around nicely into the tackle. Oh, Doolan's gone off injured. That's a big blow. He looked impressive. Wow, he's had a good showing. Scored a try already. But off he has to go. Looks like a thigh injury. And on will come, well, what some may consider an improvement. Julian Savia making his way on, and instantly we have another scrum. So now can the Hurricanes get a bit back their own way after getting blown off their ball in the last scrum. Aaron Smith waiting for it. Moen at the back. This will come back to the Highlanders. There's Savia waiting on the left side. They go open to Fekitoa, who carves up again. Up against Marshall. Tries to step in field, but gets taken down. Sopoaga right in support. Moen looks to go all to the right side, but changes his mind. Aaron Smith was waiting on the left. Franks held up and, well, driven backwards. Franks, that's a good tackle. Here's Aaron Smith. Looking for a support. What a ball! Aaron Smith, magical! And the high tackle from Marshall will get himself in hot water and a yellow card to boot. Oh, wow. What a play from Aaron Smith. Runs right to the touchline and slips a little ball in field. That is a difference maker right there. Here's Stein. He'll kick for touch. And not a bad one either. Wow, that's got them right in the territory they want to be. They are really pushing for that try now. Stein's got them in a good spot. Can he back that up with his back line? If they can win this line out. Matu'u to Duplessis. Aaron Smith away for Sopoaga, who's going to look to the heavens, but he decides to take tackle instead. Intercepted now. That was messy from the Hurricanes. Not who they wanted to get the ball in their hands at all. And it's eventually gone free, and the Hurricanes get it back. There's Talisi. Oh, he's stolen the ball. And Duplessis has it to Sopoaga. Oh, bulldozing. Stein away for Savia. Get out of his way. Rosalia smash. And he knocks it on. Oh, what an unbelievable finish. The tackle from Watts Jones has ended what could have been a magical Julian Savia run. Oh, out of the way. Big hit on DeAndre.
Touch.
Goodness me, Julian Savia. A monstrous run. Haven't seen many like that in the Highlanders jumpers of the Hurricanes. Absolutely bulldozed the line. The scrum feed, I should say. And here's a run. Watts Jones through the tackle of Armitage, his opposite, and upfield he goes, out of the 22. Hurricanes looking to expand away, they go deep down, and it's Croitier who kicks this one, but doesn't get the distance he probably would have liked. Escaping out of their 22 though, and we've got Marshall back from the bin. So some good defence while he was off, but look where this line-out is. Not where you want it at all. And you have to say, Davies was at fullback, did a good job of covering. Duplessis to Aaron Smith. Kane over the top for Stain. Oh, big hit on Stain. That is massive for Rosalia. He has bulldozed through Francois Stain and taken him out. Hurricanes now switching from the right to the left and eventually kicking. And into touch it'll go from Smith. Vlad Smith. Lots of Smiths on the field. The Hurricanes kick it to the touch. And they will go to the break with the scores all tied up at 7-all. The Highlanders are looking hot. But the Hurricanes diffuse the little attack they had left. So 7-7, the halftime score. Let's have a look at some stats here. We can see the match is pretty tight as the scoreboard shows. 52-48 possession, 50-50 on territory. The scrums have been very well battled out between these two sides as well. The high tackle and the injury going one apiece between the two sides. One high tackle to the Hurricanes, which seen Marshall in the bin for 10 minutes. And then, of course, the injury to Doolan, who will be out alongside Robbie Robinson now, company on the injury table. The penalty, of course, not resulting in any points at the moment. 7-7 between these two sides. The Highlanders, the Hurricanes, all tied up going into the second half. Who can play that big difference and get this massive win for either side it could be? Massive pressure will be back on the Highlanders if they do not get the result here tonight. Stain, he'll kick us back underway. Deep one, Savia is flying, and Savia pulls it in. That is just out of this world, magnificent, but intercepted in the end from Watts Jones, who steals the ball back for the Hurricanes. Here's Smith, and he's picked up and driven back. A great tackle from Sam Kane. He's yanking at the ruck, trying to find the ball, but he won't get away with it. As Morgan, they fire wide now. Russell Lear goes infield and is eventually kicked away out on the full. Big mistake from Croitier. Could be the difference maker. What can the Highlanders do with this possession right outside the 22? Duplessis nets a beat. The South African second row, Aaron Smith. Away to Kane, runs it straight at the fence, gives to Stain. Oh, Stain's through! He can't link up! He's got taken down on the second line. Stain was straight through that gap. What a tackle! Advantage for an offside. We've seen that a mile away. Advantage is quickly over as Croitier once again hammers it to halfway. This time making sure he was inside the 22. Wow, Stain could have been the hero there. He definitely made the initial bust. Could not finish it off. Number 2 will throw in, and he's still what out of the grasp of the Hurricanes jumper. Here's Stain again over the top of his head. Armitage. Oh, Fekatoa as well. And advantage of the Highlanders. That's a forward pass. Wow, Armitage really put in the hammer, and Fekatoa repaid some back. There's Fekatoa's hit. Armitage. And a bit of a tussle there with Thomas.
Touch.
But in the end, a forward pass as they looked wide for Osborne. Hurricanes. Oh, massive hit from the Hurricanes. And now we'll go back. Left side, looking for Rosalia, but Aaron Smith has hammered him. Big tackle from the little scrum half. Smith away. Oh, good tackle on Thomas, who goes falling quickly to the ground. Smith round the corner, desperate passes here as DeAndre offloads nicely, and it's a chance for Cloutier, but oh, big tackle on Rod Davies. Wow. Have to give credit there to Ben Smith, absolutely demolishing Rod Davies. The beautiful run from Croitier as well, creating space. Here's Etzebeth to Aaron Smith. Running from deep as Kane. Kane creates space. Looks wide, Sopoanga. Here's a chance. Stain gives it to Osborne. Osborne will break away. Up towards halfway. Oh, 3-on-1. A destructive tackle. And advantage to the Highlanders. Looks like forward pass coming in from Thomas. the number 8. Wow, what can you say about that? There was a forward pass. I don't think it was at all, but the Highlanders will not argue. 7:20 to go. Right on halfway. Scrum feed for Aaron Smith and the Highlanders pack. Oh, and a good hit too from the Highlanders. They'll get the ball straight back, and Aaron Smith will run. Looking left side, taking up defenders. Fikatawa in support. Stain's right there too. He runs towards touch, gives it away for Sopoaga. He's looking for Savia. Savia's looking to pass. Gives to Kane. Oh, big hit on Sam Kane.
Release.
And they eventually make about 7 metres after all that debacle. It's a beef. Away for Stain just about through. This time he gets the offload away. Sopoaga, nice ball away to Osborne. Osborne's got more space. Comes up against Marshall and a great tackle. James Marshall defensively has been very strong. Hurricanes, Highlanders battling at the ruck, and it comes back to the Hurricanes who knock it on. Sopoaga says thank you, and the ball flies free, and eventually we will go back for the knock on from Croitier. Another opportunity goes begging. Oh, there was Franks who put in a massive shot.
Touch.
Putting down the fly half and a heavy hit. Scrumpy for the Highlanders. Oh, the Hurricanes have responded. Another big shove. They'll get this ball back right inside their 22. Where will they go? Oh, they go deep. They go to Marshall. No one's seen that coming, and he easily gets his kick away. Xavier running away from everyone. One big hit. Up against Rod Davies. Fikatawa. Stain. Here's Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith's through. He's taken on the second wave of defence. Highlanders looking for ball carriers, ball runners, and big hitters. Here's Kane to Stain. Oh, that's dreadful. Sarvan picks it up, and Afawa drives himself through the defence of the Hurricanes. What are the Highlanders going to cook up here? Fikatawa. It's a beef. Stain. No one at home. Osborne goes back to Sopoaga, who spilt the ball. Mullen picks up. Duplessis. Plenty of numbers in blue shirts and plenty of yellow ones as well. Where will this ball come back? Both sides competing heavily for this ball. Aaron Smith goes to Stain. Oh, they've opted for the 3. Oh, Francois Stain's got it. That's 3 points, a drop goal from an absolute mile away. 40 metres out, and Francois Stain adds the 3. It's 7-10. What a kick. It was very close to that right hand upright, but it is over. Wow, there is just 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and Francois Stain has taken a massive chance here going for the 3. Armitage to Kane, Fikatawa, Osborne looking to fend and break through. Sopoaga, he's given it away and into touch. Don't know what Sopoaga was trying out there, but he just gave Russellia an open run at the line. Oh, Russellia has taken that ball out. Wow, lucky break for the Highlanders, which will mean they should win this game. Smith away to Sopoaga, who'll have the joyful glee of kicking this into touch. That'll be full time. Lema Sopoaga will do the final honours, but it's that man on screen right now, Francois Stain, who has put the magical play in. 10-7, the drop goal, the difference for the Highlanders. Well, what more could you want from a game between these two massive rivals? New Zealand Conference, both of these two, and really a tough match. Both teams needed the win. Both teams needed the points. The Hurricanes will take 1. Highlanders will take 4. And that is just not as many as they need. Hurricanes will now find themselves struggling, but we'll check out the table in a minute and have a look at where they sit after this match. Let's check out the scorers first, and it was the D's who got the tries. Doolan and Davies. Doolan for the Highlanders, of course. Davies for the Hurricanes. Stain and Smith, perfect with the boot, 1 from 1. But it was a drop goal, the difference. The Highlanders really looked disorientated on attack. They couldn't break through at all. And the Hurricanes, to their credit, their defence was very good. The drop goal, though, from Francois Stain on the money. A perfect shot right between the sticks. About as good as you could ever dream of from that situation. A long way out as well from Stain to get the beauty drop goal that was. Well, the scoreboard, it's very close. You watched the match, it was extremely tight, and the stats once again, for, right reasons as well, are very tight. Possession, 51-49. Territory, 53-47. It doesn't get much closer than that. The tackle count, though, Hurricanes forced to defend a lot more. They were really put under pressure with quick plays and quick runs from the forwards by the Highlanders. The injury to Doolan we'll have to check out in a minute, but this is what really let the Highlanders down with the handling errors. 21-4, the Hurricanes, that's what kept them in the match. They're good hands, just 4 mistakes, and, well, they were right in this match till the bitter end. And now we can check out what the table looks like. Do the Hurricanes still have a chance of making the top 2? So before we wrap this one up, let's take a quick look at other results from this round of 8 and some of 9. The Bulls also getting wins, as well as the Highlanders, I should say, 10-7 over the Hurricanes. Bulls over the Reds, Crusaders over the Cheetahs, Chiefs over the Rebels. A lot of close ones here. Brumbies by 6 over the Waratahs, and we finish off with an absolute thrashing. Stormers over the Lions. Here's a couple of close ones as well. Hurricanes back in the winning ways, 19-10 over the Reds. And the Blues, 15-14 over the Force, which is probably a good result for the Force. The Blues are looking to be one of the best teams this season. On to the standings now, just quickly, and the Highlanders lead the way of 24. There are still 2 teams, Chiefs and Blues on 19. Hurricanes still hanging in with a thread on 15. The Crusaders as well, game in hand, on 13 points. In South Africa, the Bulls lead the way 1 point over the 21 Stormers, and then further back 3 more. The Sharks on 18. Lions and Cheetahs can consider their seasons almost over after just 6 and 7 games. In Australia, the Brumbies lead the way, a 2-point lead over the Waratahs on 24. 4 points further back there on 20 are the Reds, and again, just like South Africa, the Rebels and the Force can pretty much count their seasons over after 7 and 8 games respectively. So we have a couple of things to go through here. We have a news item in the inbox, and of course the injury to Doolan, which I'd say they're probably related. Let's have a look. Yep, Doolan is injured, won't be available for... well, we got 3 weeks. A facial injury. So that's why he was grabbing his leg. Makes perfect sense. Sore face, grab your leg. Go figure. So he's out for 3 weeks. It'll be 21 days. So luckily for us, he's not a huge piece of our puzzle. But there he is. 16 days left on his injury. So he'll be out. Of course, luckily for us, we have North and Stowers, Savia, all sitting on the bench. And of course, Robinson's still out for another 47 days. The bench didn't get much showing in that last match. It was tight. Probably could have made a difference. Should have brought on some players. But the win is in the bag. And that is us for today. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's match. The Highlanders' career pressing on into round 9. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's match. And I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.